head on fire. Let's talk about that. Imagine if you were motivated to get what you need to get done as if your head was on fire. You know, another way to put it is, how would you act if you had a gun to your head or a gun to your children, you know? It's funny how motivation works sometimes, you know, when we can really attach our motivations to our base survival, we all of a sudden summon the motivation that we didn't even know we had. You know, I'm always interested in finding creative ways to create motivation such that I am like a man with his head on fire trying to seek a body of water to put out the fire. Now, how could I metaphorically recreate that in my own life? Is what I'm always interested about. And I think a lot of it comes from just having such a dissatisfaction with your own life. You know, almost like a disgust for where you are, that you are willing to do anything. You're willing to go through all this pain, you know, to show up such that you can actually move the needle a fuckload every single day. You need to make it so that it is more painful to not make a substantial amount of progress every day than to just coast. If you can get to this point, then I can assure you, you will make the progress needed to continue to get to where you want to go. And I think a lot of us massively underestimate just how important it is to cultivate that mindset. You know, because when it comes, you know, when you're starting to go through thick and thin, when you're starting to go through those emotionally difficult parts, you know, if that's the biggest suffering that you're going to have, you know, actually going through the work, then I would argue you haven't cultivated enough dissatisfaction with yourself, you know, with where you are right now. See, a lot of successful people, you know, you can, I don't have in my mind specific people, but you can find them, these stories of where people are so dissatisfied, like they fucking hate it, that they're not where they want to be so much that they are ready to just fucking go, and push that effort in every single moment of every day and go through those emotional hurdles. That is the effort and the attitude that I want you to cultivate for creating your best life. And I believe that is the attitude that is required to get the results that you want if you want extraordinary results. If you want to break the mold, then you have to cultivate this kind of mindset where it is actually more painful to not make progress every single day. It is more painful to not be hitting your goals, to not be hitting your routines, to not be hitting your quotas, to not be acing your habits. It's more painful than the pain of going through the motions itself. I think that's one thing a lot of people get wrong when it comes to mindset. You know? When it comes to really tapping into our motivational systems, we are fucking amazing at running away from pain. Have you noticed that? Like, if your head was set on fire, you'd be very fucking motivated to put that fire out, right? So create this metaphorical fire in your mind of a dissatisfaction of where you are right now. And you're saying, I'm not having it. I'm going to be putting in that effort every single fucking day. I'm not satisfied with where I am. I'm going to be putting in the effort. I will make the sacrifices needed to get to where I want to go. You know, I have this funny idea of an accountability partner, you know, being an assassin. You know, imagine if you had an assassin to, if you hire an assassin to have you get something done by a certain time. How motivated would you be, right? If you're not motivated enough to get your shit done, then you'll be taken out. You know, it's almost like the attitude is like, if I'm not showing up every day how I want to show up, then just fucking take me out. I like to entertain ideas like that sometimes, because it really makes me think. It really gets the noggin jogging. You know? Like, what are ways that you can actually really motivate yourself to just get in gear? You know, you want to be simultaneously running away from the cat and running towards that piece of cheese, metaphorically speaking, if you're a rat, right? In the rat race. You want to create something to run towards, but you also want to create something to run away from. And what better thing to run away from is what your current moment is. You know, your current situation is like, I don't want to be fucking here. So I'm going to work my ass off to get somewhere else. That simple. You know, if you can cultivate that dissatisfaction with where you are today, and you can hold that in every moment, where it's more painful than just doing the actions itself, I believe you'll get very far. You know, also cultivate a positive vision so you know what you're running towards. But consider this. And whatever you have to do, you know, if you have to journal, you know, journal about what you don't like about your life right now and how you're going to change it and what you're going to do. Visualize. Affirmations. Meditate on it. Make videos about it. Do whatever you got to do. Create that motivation for yourself. Hopefully that has gotten some gears turning for you. And with that, I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.